bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I want to talk about one of the most unfair concepts in life. And it's probably easiest to bring this up with examples. So every Monday night, I go to a board game meetup, and I've been there for, I want to say 7 months now. And for the last 3 months, I've been agonizing over this one decision. There's a girl there that I want to make a move on. And there's a good potential that she may be waiting for me to make this move. And the big problem I have with that is that I remembered at previous events like that I've tried to do that. And not every time does it turn out well, right? Which is fine. But long story short, I am no longer at those meetups because of the awkwardness of that. And I cannot afford, at this moment in my life, I cannot afford to mess up this meetup. It's one of the few of joys in any given week that I have. And so as a result, for 3 months, I have been putting off this move. Let's bring up another example of this dynamic. I started my job at the Maricopa Colleges a little over a year and a half ago. And when I first started there, I often had to play things really conservatively, right? Give you an example. I was just discussing with one of my colleagues about some scheduling issues. So there are 2 things that I may think about taking off to go do. We got a lunar eclipse on September 18th, and then in October we have a backgammon tournament in Denver, Colorado. And for the first time in my career at Maricopa Colleges, I feel comfortable opening up with that. In the past, I wasn't sure if people were, we got a lot of, especially here in the Phoenix area, we have a lot of flat earthers. As soon as you want to take off for a lunar eclipse, so they just think you're crazy, right? The backgammon tournament, that might go okay, but some people just might think that I'm lazy, right? It's not a family event of some sort. People color it with different brushes. And why am I so comfortable opening up now? Well, because I have this other secondary career, right? Okay, let's bring up another example of this unfair dynamics. Last summer I was grappling with long COVID and fatigue and no appetite and all that. Now, it's bad enough that I had no appetite, but then I have no energy to go cook for myself, and I just got sicker and sicker and sicker. And that's around that time is when I decided that I needed to go out and network with more people, because the next time I grapple with a chronic illness, I hope to not do it alone. And you guys know that I often think of my relationship with myself as being romantic and being almost like a marriage. And I still hold a romantic relationship with myself, but I have filed for divorce against myself. I actually printed out some divorce paperwork and I filled it out and I hung it on the wall at my office because of how badly I dealt with long COVID last year and how much better it could have been with a partner. But I had a 13-year marriage with myself. Now in all of these examples, the dynamic I was trying to get at is that the more of something you have, the easier it is to acquire more, right? The good health, the career dynamics, the friendships and the love life, all of those, the more you have, the easier it is to acquire more, in large part because you can afford to risk what you have, right? So for example, when you can't risk your job is going to be that much more constraining. When you can't risk losing a friend, when you can't risk or you don't have the good health to go negotiate for more good health. And I think every time I've thought of life as being unfair, this dynamic has been involved in it. It's the most unfair dynamic that life could throw at us. I've been thinking about ways to level the playing field on these fronts, and I think the person who invents a way to neutralize this dynamic will win a Nobel Prize. I really think this is worthy of a Nobel Prize. Anyways, something to think about. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.